Hey, what's up, guys?
I wanted, there was this thingy that got an opinion about VTubing that will get you like that. I have many of those opinions too.
Here.
I'm curious to see what people have.
So every time I see one of these threads on
I'm
Twitter,
ready.
I know it's a great
boy.
opportunity for some content.
Okay, we need to have like a bingo. I already know that there will be something like, what could be on it? Hot takes. VTweeters are not real VTubers, which, by the way, I agree with. That must be one of them. I don't know. We will see. But that has to be there.
And so, if you're not familiar with this type of post, it's asking for hot takes on VTubing, whether it's VTubers themselves or the related communities or whatever. And unlike a lot of the people who are either delusional or too afraid, I will give you the actual answers to some.
If you are not 30-year-old and you have lewd jokes, you're a child. Stop.
Of these. You don't have to agree with all of them, but I think where I'm coming from is pretty real.
You're only 26? Jesus Christ. Like, go back to kindergarten, nerd.
Reasonable, because it's largely common sense at this point, okay? So let's jump right into it. The first one says, too many VTubers deal with drama like we're still in high school.
Okay, that's true. I will tell you why. It's because most of the VTubers are girls. It's our female debuff. People pack at each other's.
Yes, a lot of VTubers and content creators generally, they are reliving high school. Except with VTubers, this time.
I know it. I had like very little friends in high school because I didn't want to fight. I was like, bro, high school was really fucking hardcore. Like, disgusting. Like, 1 week you were the top girl and then you do something and you're just like not talking to anyone. Like, it was fucking crazy.
They're reliving high school with an attractive anime girl model, which ups their levels of delusion and narcissism even more. And the way they handle...
Nah. I would just flip my hair. No. What do you... what do you mean sounds like Scoo? No.
Drama and controversy, as well as interpersonal issues, is very high school. You know how many Google Docs I've seen dropped on people over the slightest of disagreements?
Oh, dude. Okay, that should be a new competition. Small VTubers. And by small, I mean streaming to 1 to 10 people, calling each other out with Google Docs. Oh, that's... Dude. Perfect genre. I fucking love it.
Or people having public feuds over things that could be settled.
They have the juiciest and nastiest ones. It's like, hey, this VTuber fucked my boyfriend while my boyfriend was out, and then my boyfriend came back to me, and I'm just like, whoa, girls. Oh my goodness.
With a quick exchange of private DMs. But yeah,
the tea.
A lot of people reliving high school, and it is very, very pathetic. Now, of course, this one will generate a lot of response. This person says, a lot of VTubers complain about parasocial behavior from fans, but...
I don't. I think you should be more parasocial. I think you should love me more. Unironically. That's the problem with you guys. You guys are not parasocial enough. Where's my love? Where's my care? Where's my channel bag? Hello?
The simple fact is many present themselves...
What do you mean I'm good-lived, bro? I am going to penetrate your anus. Hello?
...as sexually available and willing in a very personal sense, and not just as an act. At that point, you're basically bringing it on yourself.
Man.
Now, a lot of people on Twitter will read this last part and say, uh-oh, you're victim blaming. Well, unfortunately for them, they have no reading comprehension based on the context up here. And also, the people who are angry about this last part are probably guilty of the previous part.
Wait, you're saying that people are angry when it turns out that you make a mistake and the mistake claps you back on the cheeks? And they are like, maybe you should take responsibility or at least change your ways in the future. And they are like, what? How dare you tell me that I may or may not have responsibility in this? What? Come on, you can't hold a woman to accountability. That's like telling me to get a job. You know, that's like against my religion. Please, don't be nonsensical. Just come on.
Can I tell you how many dommy, mommy VTubers who have like Fansly accounts and cater to the girlfriend experience and have like nothing but sexual content and always present themselves as
That's disgusting. Any links so that I could avoid? I would really hate to fall for a dommy mommy's thirst trap, actually. That would be really disgusting, especially the Fansly account. Wow. Wow.
Available and single who go around and say, oh my gosh, how did I attract all these lonely men? That is your core audience, pretty much. That is what you're catering to. Do not be
You know what my favorite genre of VTuber is? I have a favorite genre. It's the big titty, overly sexualizes herself and then says, I hate all men because they always sexualize me. That's my favorite genre. I love it. I see it multiple times on Twitter and I'm like, wow. Like literally all you see is like in the media is like either virtual titties or real life titties. And it's like, wow, you guys really should stop sexualizing me. Wow. I hate men. All men are the same. And I'm just like, yeah, you go, girl. Yeah. what are we talking about?
Shocked Pikachu face when you attract lonely weirdos, when you present yourself as available and all of your content is sexual and you provide a girlfriend experience. There's so many VTubers who do this and are...
See, that's why it's a girlfriend experience, because it's sexual. If it would be a wife experience, there wouldn't be sex involved. It's actually really smart.
Shocked at the results. And recently I even saw a VTuber who I'm not going to name because I think they just want attention, but they posted a selfie that was safe for work. And they're like, oh my gosh, all the people in the replies are saying sexual things to me. This is horrible. I was looking at their account. Literally the previous post was them practically naked.
I'm telling you.
And that's really all of their content. And it's like, really? It's all...
I really don't understand. And I wish that these people would think that if you post pictures of your butt and your boobs and everything, then obviously the boys are going to goon. It's not going to be just like, oh yes, quite. That's kind of a respectable bosom. Well, anyways, my lady, have $10 because your sparking intelligence really tickled my fancy. Like, who thinks like that? What are we talking about? If you show me your titties, I'm going to jerk off to you, and I'm not going to think that you're Einstein of our generation. I'm going to think that, yeah, you have nice fucking tits. You know? Like, what are we talking about?
An act. It's very performative, just like many things in the VTubing scene.
Did I tell? There you go. That would be one of my hot takes too. Retweeters are not VTubers. I'm sorry. You have to show up. You have to stream. You have to create content. Shut the fuck up.
But here's one. VTweeters are not VTubers.
I didn't.
We asked for hot takes, ma'am. Yeah, this is very agreeable. In case you don't know what a VTweeter is, it's someone who does...
VTweeter is the verse gender of being a VTuber. We have boys, girls, and VTweeters. Never be a VTweeter. No.
Pretty much everything a VTuber does except make actual content. It's very funny. Okay, they'll pay for models, or they'll plan on getting models. They'll shape their entire account.
What percent like that do you think are causing the drama to get the views and sign-ups on blue sites? Or legit are dumb tilde?
It's because you have to understand, what they want is your money, but they also want you to treat them like... How to phrase that? Like, not a whore, I guess? It's like... But the problem, like, listen, just because you do NSFW, it doesn't mean that people will treat you like a whore. Acting like a whore will make them treat you like a whore. If you have a personality, you're like funny, or you are good at like comforting people, then they are going to treat you like that. But many times, these people are really fucking boring. That's the problem, that they are really fucking boring and they have nothing else to offer than a picture of their boobs or their ass, right? And they get like a bunch of views on that and they're like, oh yeah, I'm popular, but they don't like them because of who they are. It's because, wow, I am really thirsty, so I'm going to just ooga booga.
VTuber, they have all these big plans, but they never actually do anything. In fact, the closest thing they do to making content is tweeting and virtue signaling largely, because that gets a lot of seal clapping.
They want to act like whores and demand the princess treatment? Yeah, exactly. You know, except like, you know, the princesses like Cinderella and Snow White didn't put their butthole onto OnlyFans, and it wasn't like all the world's princes were able to see and inspect the goods before actually going up to them and propose marriage, you know? They could have, right? Like, I don't wanna sound like really old-fashioned or anything, and I am a big fan of seeing girls' vagina online. Like, I'm not a prude or anything, but you have to be more than just your vagina. You know, like, you literally have to have a secondary. You know, it's like how there's like always two professions in World of Warcraft. You have to have a primary and a secondary, like a gathering and the crafting. It's the same. You have to have the gathering that can be pictures of your butthole, but you also have to have something crafty, you know, something creative endeavor.
From fellow VTubers. Let's go to the next one. This one is actually the reason I discovered this thread. This is getting a lot of conversation.
That's a lot of words. I'm not reading the top.
And you'll see why, okay? Hot take, the VTuber community preaches diversity and inclusion nonstop. But it's an echo chamber. Left-wing or super progressive views get endless claps and collabs, while anything right of center or even moderate conservative instantly triggers hate mobs, cancellations, and no collab lists. Real friends in a healthy scene should let VTubers have wildly different political opinions without torching relationships. Grow up. True diversity means tolerating views you disagree with, not demanding everyone thinks the same.
I see where she is coming from. I think I don't have enough knowledge about this. I personally try not to be too political because, first of all, I'm dumb as fuck. Second of all, I don't care. I don't think it's funny or entertaining that much. So I don't know who she might be talking about, like who is on the hate list, who is cancelled. Like, I know like maybe one or two people he's like a little bit more political than others, but I don't know. Must be true. Must be true.
So let's talk about this first part.
I do agree with that just because you disagree with someone, you shouldn't cancel them. Like, it's not fair that you have an opinion on one side and on the other side, and then, like, you know, it's not equal. You, like, I know, here comes my hot take. Just because you disagree with someone, you don't actually have to destroy their entire life. Okay? That's my hot take. Like, if I say that I like pink tulips, but you are a red rose fan, and you live for that, you don't actually have to stab me the next time you see me, you know? Just keep that in mind. If you disagree with me, you're a threat to my life. Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yes. A very large number of VTubers spend their entire online presence preaching about diversity and inclusion.
Just block them. Just don't pay attention. I'll be honest with you, I don't think that the big VTubers do this. Who she might be talking about is like literal who's. Because usually those are the more outspoken and kind of like hateful ones who are just like streaming to like 10 to 20 people and it's just like, oh, you're very loud. Like, you would never hear the top indies. Like, it's not going, like, Fillion is not going to, Shy Lily is not gonna, Iron Mouse is not gonna, Zentreya is not going to, Vidal is not going to, like, none of these people who made it, they are not going to be like this.
And the second someone has any differing opinion on anything, they are ousted, they are blacklisted, they are harassed, they are excluded, and sometimes even worse. Even worse things are wished upon.
I think most VT avoids politic. Well, I will be honest, I think that's perfectly alright. I know it's weird, but not everyone has a lot to say over politics. Like, I personally don't really have much to say on it. I think everyone is a fucking stupid person and I just look at the memes, you know?
on them. But yeah, I want to point out something here. This next point is really important. If you're a VTuber watching this, please listen to this next part, okay?
That's me. I'm a VTuber.
Okay. This tweet has nearly 10,000 likes. Now, of course, people are screeching about this. They're seething about this take. But overall, this
It wasn't even a hot take, man.
post has
It was
by
a
far,
lukewarm take.
leaps and bounds, the most support among the hundreds of responses to this thread. And there's a reason for that. The people supporting this, sure, there are some VTubers in there, right? But the majority of people support.
I would love to see. I guarantee you, if I would put this onto Twitter and I would look at the replies, there wouldn't be anyone who you would recognize. Like, these are going to be all tiny VTubers. No one who actually above like 1,000, 2,000 would care about this.
Supporting this post are VTuber fans. I know, that's shocking, right?
VTubers and VTuber enjoyers are cringe. The only thing more cringe is people who donate money to VTubers.
Yeah.
Anywho, hey as cool.
That's
nice
so true, bestie,
hey,
so
chat,
true.
nice cock.
Why is it not my cock? Why is it never my cock?
Something that's appealing to the actual fans, the people you're supposed to be entertaining as a VTuber, crazy stuff. Well, these fans who are supporting posts like this, they see this pattern of these virtue signalers, the endless virtue signalers in the VTubing scene who are...
You have to understand that these virtue signalers... Thank you, Shadow! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted! You have to understand that these people have such an uneventful and sad life that this is what they do to be happy. Like, they just preach on the internet. Like, I can't even take it seriously.
Are hyper progressive, you can call them woke, whatever you want, and that's like all they do is lecture and preach, and people are tired of it. The people who constantly preach
Thank you, Oxy! The boy didn't like it that his pee was a noodle.
about inclusion don't want to include anyone who thinks differently than them. And in this particular case, anyone who's right of Mao Zedong politically is not welcome. Okay, people see this, and it's true. There's no study you can pull up, but if you just watch the VTubing scene on the Western side of things, there is overall a very left-leaning, hyper-progressive sort of viewpoint that is shared by the majority. Okay, and they might be the loudest as well, and that just doesn't line up with VTuber fans.
I think that's going to change. I think it's slowly changing because now people are bothered that you cannot like anything that they don't like. Oh, you're watching anime, you're a PDF. Oh, you're doing this, you're another bad word. You know, they always call you like all these horrible, horrible words, watering it. And people are just like, you know what? I don't care. They are just, you do you, whatever you say. Like, girl, whatever.
VTuber fans are all over the place. And proof of that is, think about the most successful indie VTubers. What are
me? Of course, he's talking about me.
are they? Almost all of them are apolitical. They don't talk about anything because they don't want to exclude or isolate a potential audience base.
Because it's not fun. Like, unless you're really into hardcore politics. But if you would be hardcore politics, you wouldn't watch a VTuber. You would watch like Hassan or Osmongold or literally, I don't know politics streamers. I only know those two. But like, you would watch the big people who are actually into it, who are always reading up the news and they are like up to date. Like, you're not going to watch like little anime girl tell you about how to lead your life. You're going there for the hee-hee and the ha-ha.
Because they care more about entertaining people than virtue signaling and sharing their political opinions or trying to impress other VTubers. That's the problem here. A lot of these VTubers...
I will impress them with my big, fat, throbbing cock.
Who are very hyper-progressive, they post about the modern thing every 2 seconds because they want to impress not VTuber fans, but other VTubers. They want the seal claps from the other VTubers. That is more important to them than actually building an audience. And that's tragic for them. Think about it. How many super outspoken, hyper progressive VTubers do you see out there with a tangible amount of success, like a long term career level of success as a VTuber? Practically none. In fact, some people would say zero. And it's not that surprising because it doesn't line up with what VTuber fans actually want. And then we think about, what is
Pustelovs about Hungarian politics? I don't know shit. And I'm happy with it. I don't care. I don't want to know. Miss me with that shit. Yeah, guys, I think you guys are right. Like, the only political VTuber I ever heard of was Kirsch. And basically that's it. But, even that is because, they try to cancel her. So, I don't actively seek out political things. Did I mispronounce her name? I'm so sorry. I assumed that it would be Kirsch. Kirsch? Because it's in German, the word. Like cherry? Question mark? Yeah? Kirche. Do I have to say Kirche?
This moderate conservative or anything right of center? Like, what does that even mean? Well, this is a good point in the replies.
I don't know. Forgive me.
Crazy the amount of VTubers I have seen labeled as alt-right for simply reacting to a shoe-on-head video.
You're gooning to shoe best wife? You're political. Congratulations. Oh, you're watching a video about boys being silly? Congratulations. It's me. I am. It's true.
I have seen multiple VTubers who are,
That's not entirely true. I get my politics from Kirsche and Asmongold. Why not have a cute anime girl cover politics?
Oh, I mean, you can. You could totally do it if you want to. I'm just saying that I feel like politics is such a layered topic that you really have to keep yourself up to date. You cannot be just a part-time politics streamer. You sort of have to be aware of historical stuff, current stuff, whatever is ongoing, because otherwise you will have a shit take and they will call you a retard. So as long as the person is well informed, you totally can. I'm just saying, I personally have no interest or passion for it. Nor, I'm not strong enough mentally because it's always so monka.
Problematic in the eyes of all these other VTubers for the longest time. Then they reacted to a shoe-on-head video, and all of a sudden now they're an alt-right. They're alt-right, and they are blacklisted, and they're terrible, and now they're free to harass and dogpile anytime you want. I have seen this play out multiple times. And then you have posts like this saying, girl really just said, why am I being penalized by other VTubers for being a bigot? It's not fair. Then
at this point, I actually don't know what the word bigot means. Because every time I see people use it, it just means that you don't agree with me, therefore you're that word. And I actually don't know what it means. It's just wow, you disagree with me, you're a bigot. That's it. They use it wrong. Yeah, but they watered it down. For me, English is not my native language, right? So I only learned from the internet. For me, that word actually has no meaning. I literally don't know what it means other than you're wrong, I'm right, teehee. F's in the chat.
Proceeded to talk about VTubers in SS uniforms and applauds Kirsche and Nines. Oh, of course.
Who's Nines?
So I think their comment about this right here was that they said...
the fucking SS uniform. Can we just stop with the SS uniforms? Can we just have nice military sexy dummy mummy outfits without thinking that it has anything to do with the historical shit? Come on. What the fuck?
A VTuber tried to do this gimmick, provided shock value. And, personally speaking, I think it was cringe and stupid. But yeah, they mentioned that, that got a lot of attention, even though it was negative. And then they lumped that in with applauding Kirsche and Nines. And it's just we see kind of what you're doing here. On top of that, being penalized for being a bigot. Yes, that's right. Anything that is not lining up with your views 100% is bigotry.
See, I told you, that's literally what it means.
And then we have this post saying, really hoping the dam breaks and all the big apolitical VTubers come out as woke to make it even harder for you guys.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. That's never going to happen. Let's move on to some more.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Hot takes. Sorry I spent some time on that, but that was a pretty important one right there. VTubing is just a medium, and the VTubing community doesn't and will never exist.
Ooh. Ooh. I sort of, kind of. I think, like, I don't think there's... I'm trying to think. I feel like VTubing community exists if you're under a label. And like if you're like in Hololive or used to be in VShoujo, that had multiple people together, so it was a VTubing community, but I don't think that people mingle like, oh, are you a fellow VTuber watcher? Because I also, Robertson III, I am into also VTubers. Would you like to exchange informations about your VTubers? Or is that just 4chan? It might just be 4chan. Is 4chan the VTubing community? It could be. You know what? Yeah, that's just 4chan. Yeah, actually, yeah, never mind. Yeah. That's so true. That's so true.
Correct. There is no such thing as the VTubing community. There's no hive mind of VTubers, but obviously there is a scene. There's like culture to it. But the most important community you can ever have is your community. That's it. That's community. All you should care about building, not appeasing a VTubing community where you're impressing all.
It's you guys. He's talking about you. You. He's talking about you.
These VTubers and trying to fit in with them. Work on
saying him in the streamer community. I guess what it is, Vtuber community.
I mean, like, what is a streamer community? Is it like LSF or something? Is that what the streamer community is? I'm not sure.
Building your own community. That's it. That's the best thing you can do.
No?
This isn't a hard job.
Okay, wait, hear me out. Hold up. It's not a hard job, but it's hard to do it well. How about that? This is how I would say it. To actually make it, it's really fucking hard, borderline impossible, but it's not a hard job to like show up and play games or whatever the fuck, you know?
Correct. Yes. Being a VTuber comes with very unique challenges, and that's true with content.
Just have bigger titties. Fuck, he's right. God damn it. He's so right. Why is he so right? Give VIP to that man.
Creation, right? You face things the average person's not probably ever going to face with their regular job. But please, be humble and understand it's not that hard.
Humble? In front of my channel bag? Are you crazy? Nah, man.
It's not that hard. It is a great privilege to be able to make content for a living. It's something I'm very appreciative every single day. I think about it all the time. Super lucky. So get off your high horse. Understand there's challenges.
I can't get off of my high horse. It's too tall. I'm stuck. I'm sorry. I climbed up once and now I can't get down. Someone please help.
But don't be a Hassan Piker saying streaming is harder than a 9-to-5 job or anything like that. Cringe.
Well, you don't understand. Hassan has to constantly press the button to keep Kaya in place. And that requires full 10 out of 10 focus and muscle memory. You know? So that's actually really fucking hard.
Let's move on to this. VTubing is not inherently a LGBT or liberal space.
That's wrong. All of you are gay, and so am I.
It is literally just a different way to stream, and literally anyone with any views can do it and shouldn't be shunned because they hold different values. I run into this a lot as a Christian who happens to be a VTuber. If you want to instantly rile up a hornet's nest of so-called...
So brave. I don't think I would have been so brave to say that. She's so brave.
Accepting and progressive people, come out and say you're a Christian as a VTuber. Good luck. You're going to be harassed. You are now open for attack because in their eyes, you just committed the ultimate form of bigotry. You have completely dehumanized yourself, and now they're going to harass you endlessly. That is the way it works, unfortunately. But again, if you focus on what you actually care about, And I always recommend keep your circle small. And if it doesn't really work out with fellow VTubers, touch grass. That is an option. You can touch grass and get your...
Also, okay, like, can I just say, like, you don't actually have to hang out 24/7 with VTubers to make it big. Like, yeah, sure, you can have collabs and whatnot, but you don't have to collab all the fucking time. Collabs help, but it's not mandatory. Like, if you feel like that you have, like, spicy takes as in, like, you know, you don't have a gay bone in your body and, like, people put you onto the naughty list, then just do your content. People will still like it. And I will say another hot take. If you are big enough, people will collab with you. If you're going to be big enough, people will drop literally any prejudice that they have against you and they will try to climb up to you and they will collab with you.
Interactions with people in real life is...
Erections? Did he say erections? What?
You can touch grass and get your interactions with people in real...
Oh, interactions! Interactions! My bad. That's on me. My bad. Sorry. Mind is in the gutter. Oopsie. Sorry.
Real life as well. And quite frankly, it's typically a lot better. But anyways, yeah. VTubing is just another means of producing content.
And I'm just a girl. Sorry.
And it shouldn't be inherently anything. But unfortunately, a lot of the VTubers in the scene, especially the most loud people, try to exert certain values, and it might be frustrating at times.
I will be honest with you, there's a very nifty button on Twitter. It's called the mute button, and it's free to use, and they will not notice it that you used it on them, and it's just one click, and they will not be loud anymore. It's actually really useful. So easy, so simple.
Especially for someone like this, but the best thing you can do is just focus on yourself, ignore them. Understand that a lot of it comes out of jealousy and mental illness as well. A lot of the pent-up anger that people are...
do the talking.
Let your influence do the talking. I will influence you to buy a Chanel bag.
Are constantly spewing all over the place on Twitter as a VTuber, but yeah, the best thing you can do is focus on yourself, focus on your community, and understand that a lot of these crazies in the space are, well, they're just that. They're crazies. But let's continue on. A bunch of copy-paste lookalikes attacking anyone who sticks out.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I have definitely never seen 10,000 Shy Lily lookalikes and insist that their design was definitely not influenced, and the silhouette is the same, the hair shape is the same, the fucking gender, not the gender, the race, like this fish people, definitely the markings. Yeah, no, that never happened. That would never happen. People would never copy each other's designs and then deny it. I could definitely not list up a bunch of people like that. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
This is very true. There are a lot of copy and paste. Right now, the VTubing scene is about, let's see, let me check my watch here. About 5 years past oversaturation. Okay, like literally everything is so oversaturated at this point. Like,
thank God that I'm special and unique and no one would ever look like me or sound like me because I'm fucking amazing.
Everything's been done before, pretty much. Okay? It's very hard to be unique and to stand out, but it's something you should try to do.
I am very special. Thank you very much.
And you can do it with your model, or you can do it with your content.
I will be honest with you, there's only so many ways you can make yourself an avatar, right? Like, I don't blame them. My beef is when you get like these very one-to-one copy-paste people and they are like, I have never heard about that person. Shy Lily, never heard of them. Who? My goodness. Who is that person? Who? And it's just like one-to-one copy and I'm like, girl. Be for real. I don't care. She doesn't care. But be honest, at least to yourself.
Whoa, who would have thought of that? Yeah, that's the best thing you can do to stick out. But yeah, there are a lot of copy-paste lookalikes. They see what a big indie VTuber...
That's also true. It's like many times people assume that they are popular because of how the model looks like, right? Like that's why we had such an influx of like many Shy Lily clones, because they were like, oh, Shy Lily was one of the biggest and fastest rising indie VTuber, right? So surely if I will make big tits and have the Uzi in the middle, the chest Uzi, whatever the fuck it was called, then I will be also famous. But they forget that Lily has something. She has a personality. And that, I'm afraid, you cannot copy down to the T. The Chusi. Yeah, the chest Chusi.
X does, and they think, oh, if I look...
Womenty coming to the conclusion that they need personality challenge impossible? Yeah.
CM surprised no one has made a realistic play model so far where they rig it like Wallace and Gromit.
I mean, that requires effort and work, and we don't do that. It's 2026.
Close to what they look like, I'm going to stand out. No. It's the exact opposite. It's going to make you even more forgettable. So if someone's looking for, you know, a certain type of VTuber design, right, are they going to watch the fresh new indie with 10 viewers, or are they going to watch the original with 5,000 viewers? I think the answer here is very obvious. But of course, I like this.
I will watch the non-GMO Timu coffee, actually. I would like that. It's more organic. It's better for capitalism. Thank you.
Last point being made by Banana Juju, who we've talked about at least like 2 or 3 times on this channel. Attacking anyone who sticks out. Wow, they would know about that. If you don't remember the lore of this VTuber, they got dogpiled by who? Not the VTubing fans, Vtubers, for having a fair-skinned model with dreadlocks.
I just always think about like they had a fair-skinned model with dreadlocks, but it's a monkey VTuber. Can't we just entertain for a split second how it would look like if it wouldn't be fair-skinned? Because I feel like in a way it would make it a little bit more, you know, difficult to, you know, and yeah, I don't know.
Apparently based on their...
Fair-skinned people can have dreads anyway, though. Yeah, exactly. I actually like dreadlocks on literally anyone. I think it's really cool.
Real-life appearance. VTubers lined up in droves to harass this person. It was
Hooray, 16 years of Bob Bobar with the best Kato space has to offer.
Viking used dreadlocks? Bro, my friends in high school had dreadlocks and they were not fucking Vikings. It literally doesn't matter. Pay your hairdresser, you will have it. And have fun trying to comb it out if you want. You can't. That's the fun part. It feels very soft, I will give you that, if you have dreadlocks. It's kind of like touching a big hairy spider. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Coordinated, massive harassment campaign, and guess what happened? A lot of VTubers got their clout from other VTubers and impressed them with their very progressive views. But Banana Juju went from like a few hundred followers to like tens of thousands in a matter of days, because VTuber fans rallied behind someone being a victim of a harassment campaign by these hyper-progressive VTubers. And also,
I hate gatekeeping. Like, I hate it and yes and no. I hate it when people say like something is cultural appropriation. I actually really hate it. It's like if I want to wear a kimono, I am not Japanese, but I would love to because I think it's beautiful, then why can't I? If I want to have like dreadlocks and I think it's beautiful, why can't I? It's why? It's not appropriation. I'm not appropriating anything. I'm admiring it. It's like if there is Hungarian paprika, then are you not allowed to use Hungarian paprika because that's my culture? No, I want you to eat that shit because your spice is wrong. So please use that shit.
Also, just liked what they...
Yeah, and the culture, it should be to spread it and admire each other's things. Like, it's very different if you make fun of it. Because if you make fun of it, you're a cunt. And you're a hoe. And then you go to jail and to hell, right? This is very different. But if you wanna incorporate it into your life because you really, really admire it, it's so stupid. Also, how are you supposed to get along with everyone if you literally say that, oh, you cannot do this and you cannot do that? It's so stupid. It is. It's a bunch of sensitive people being sensitive about bullshit. It's like, you know, when they do those tests, like someone is dressing up in a poncho and they go to Mexico and they are just like, does this offend you? And everyone is like, no, I think it's fucking amazing. Let's go, brother. We are matching. And everyone in America or California, they are like, oh my God, I think that's offensive. If you're not Mexican, you're not supposed to wear it. You know?
I saw and enjoy her content as well, and I'm glad she's still making content to this day. All right, here's another one saying, immersion breaking sucks, hand cams are fine if you're...
Oh shit, this is about me. Oh god damn, oh man, she's calling me out. Oh fuck, this is about me. Fuck, I'm getting cancelled. God damn it. It's about me. It's because, oh, my immersion. I will be honest with you, I don't mind the body. I think the face can be a little bit immersion breaking, but I feel like if VTubers are pretty, no one fucking minds. You know? Like, especially if your avatar sorta kinda looks like you in real life.
Watching?
Hey, does she? Then especially, it's like, it doesn't change much for me. Like, yeah, like, you know how Lena's avatar is basically looking like Lena? That's not really immersion breaking for me because she's a pretty girl and she looks like that on her VTuber avatar too. Like, of course, you know, minus the nipples, but it's basically the same thing. So why is that? It's like, oh no, my steak is so juicy and so tender. That's really awful. How will I ever survive this? Like, come on.
Going to face docs and body post, do it on a side account at minimum if you want to call yourself a virtual YouTuber. There's too many tourists and
I call myself amazing. How about that? That's my gender. I'm not a VTuber, I'm just amazing.
YouTubing, it's full of cliquey mean girls and drama, something, anything for views.
Dude, I'm gonna find this person and shove a suppository up their bum cheek.
So I agree with the last two parts. Very true. Too many tourists. There's a lot of clicks and...
Do not talk shit about me, Rev. Do not. I think we follow each other on Twitter. I will send a suppository. From GamerSubs, 10% off with code SCOOCHAN.
Mean girl and high school behavior, for sure. This is like personal preference. A lot of people feel like this.
You're lucky.
For a VTuber, you should never post anything IRL. I'm more on the side of I don't really care if you do, as long as it's not like...
You're fucking lucky.
The core of your accounts. Like, if you're posting as much IRL stuff as your VTubing stuff, at that point, you've become an e-girl with a VTuber model. Like, I don't really know what else to view that as, because...
An e-female. I thrive to be an e-female.
We all know, like, posting IRL photos of yourself as a VTuber is going to get you a lot of views on Twitter. If that's important to you, go for it, I guess, but you're going to make a lot of people kind of annoyed after a while, but whatever. What's more important, Twitter likes or building a legitimate community that cares about your actual content? I don't know. Here's another one saying the VTuber versus IRL fad was and always will be a terrible idea. So,
is it? I don't know. I am so aggressively neutral on this because I really don't care. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it's always curious to look behind who is behind like the character, so it's like kind of fun. I don't know. You know when people post a picture of their VTuber avatar and then a photo of their face, right? And that's like the VTuber versus in real life. Like, for example, when people said that VTubers are always ugly, there was like a lot of selfies going around. Yeah.
Oh, there is a VTuber versus IRL trend.
I feel like, you know where this is coming from? This is coming from HoloLive. Because Hololive is so logged into idol culture that even if you have like hand cams, they are always wearing gloves. Like you can not show anything that is real. That's where it's coming from. And they don't understand that indie is very, very different.
On Twitter, it pops up every couple of weeks where people show their VTuber model versus what they look like in real life. And there's other examples of people calling VTubers ugly or something, and then people post their face in response saying, well, I'm not ugly. Yeah, you know what? You can post whatever you want. But I think this whole thing recently with Grok, where they've made it very easy on Twitter.
Put a micro bikini on it, Grok. Thank you.
To add edits, like very, let's say, transformative edits to people's photos. Yeah, you might want to be careful with what you post on the internet, okay? There's people posting like a safe for work selfie, and then people are like, Grok, put her in a dental floss.
The funniest shit is that I keep seeing OnlyFans girls posting like their lewd photos, and all the comments is like, make her look like she was raised with a father. Make her a tread wife with a loving husband and 2 children. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus.
Micro bikini. And Grok is doing it. Now, this is nothing new. People have been photoshopping
fucking love it.
Stuff for decades at this point. I just think it's more in people's faces. So now they're really like, whoa, this is gross. Yeah, so be very careful with what you post because people are going to do weird stuff. Doesn't mean it's fair or nice, but you need to take precaution. Don't just post something out of spite or for a trend because you want some likes on Twitter. Think about what you're doing and whether it's worth the risk or not. Okay, next one. Some VTubers actually fake their illnesses to use them as a way for
Ooh, now that is a hot take. Surely no one would exaggerate any sort of thing just to gather sympathy and money out of people.
begging.
That would never happen. Surely.
Yep. This has happened multiple times. People have faked illnesses.
Do you guys remember the guy in the wheelchair who was like, yeah, no, for real. I just started walking recently. Yeah. Yeah.
To basically crowdfund money.
A miracle.
And that's not really...
A streaming miracle. It just happened. Oh my goodness, game's so good. League of Legends win was so W. He can walk now. Holy shit. Amazing.
Unique to VTubers. It's like the internet. But yeah, and there's also a lot of other cases where you side-eye it, right? You're like,
I will be honest with you. I think there are many people who are juicing the fuck out of it. Like it's the same. It's like there are always like, oh, I'm like depressed. I have this. I have chronic. I have whatever. Like they can always pull something out of their ass to make a pity party. I feel like it's suspicious when you make that your entire personality. Like when you can only fucking talk about how bad it is to be you, and it's always like, oh man, if I could get that Chanel bag, oh, there's a stabbing pain in my side, and I really feel like a Chanel bag could cure it, but I don't think I can do anything because it hurts so much, lads, oh, the 1,000 sub, it's spreading. I'm getting heart palpitation, lads. The 1,000 sub. You know, like if it's like that, then it's like a little bit suspicious.
I can't prove it, but something's not right here. And of course, you're not going to accuse someone because they can just deny it. There's no way. You can't make them go to the doctor and bring.
Weren't there people who literally AI generated the hospital picture? I remember there was a video where we had like the AI generated hospital picture. I just remember that. Yeah.
Back a note for you or something, but
I don't remember whose name it was.
Yeah, there's a lot of shady behavior with that type of stuff. And unfortunately, going back to this one more second, the people who are actually suffering from illnesses are affected the most by this because then people are skeptical.
$5,200 Chanel bag fixes everything?
It was actually 6,500, but yeah, it's a good start. Not gonna lie. I do have this like aching pain in my left side, and it's spreading, and if it reaches my heart, I might just die. So it would be really kind of you if you could just, help me.
Fairly of the actual people going through hard times or illnesses or whatever. Okay. VTuber news accounts are the bane of my existence.
VTuber news accounts? There's VTuber news accounts? Thank you, Delta! Thank you for the 5 gifted! Oxy again. Oxy, my boy, you have no dick left. I am so sorry.
They don't know about journalistic integrity. So more...
Oh, whoa! Journalistic integrity! What are we talking? What journalistic integrity? We have that? Someone check the budget. Do we have that? Journalistic integrity? Journalistic integrity? False ID, the parrot. Oh, right, I forgot about false. I don't often watch like VTuber news because I don't know half the people. But not in the... But come on, when was the last time that journalists had integrity? Come on. They sort of ruined it for me.
Often than not, them prying for information comes off as harassment. They are biased. They have an agenda. They will never apologize. They are only there to stir the pot. Jeez, this is like that Japanese...
Is this... Maybe it's about Rev. Maybe it's about him. It was you all along.
Soldier who, after World War II, was stuck out in the forest and didn't know the war was over and kept fighting for 29 years. That's someone getting mad about VTuber news accounts. Like, how many are actually left at this point? The majority of them have either, like, semi-retired or just completely given up because of how toxic and annoying everything is in the VTubing scene. Yeah, if VTuber news accounts are the bane of your existence, you're probably...
Yeah, like, I was just thinking about that too. Like, how many is there? Like, yeah, you guys mentioned Falls, but who else? I don't really know who else is just like entirely focused, like not like internet news, because like Rev is like more than just VTubers, right? He's like literally streamer news or whatever happens in our circles. Rima is not a VTuber news account. She's more like Muujin, right? Like it's more of like a longer essay sort of thing. So I wouldn't say that's a news account. She's more
doing something wrong, or you need a...
Parrots can be considered news. Oh, 2026 news. Niji Sanji is full of sex past. Again. I don't think that's news. Everyone knows that.
Find some bigger problems. And talk about journalistic integrity. That's your first mistake, thinking people uploading videos on YouTube are journalists. Big mistake. Trying to make this sort of a this sort of standard that doesn't need to be applied, and they're biased. Okay. They're not journalists. I always find that funny with like people get mad about like VTuber news accounts or any sort of account posting on drama or anything. Like, yeah, you can be biased. Why not? You can have an opinion.
That's illegal in 2026. Lads, the budget. Someone check in.
Who's saying you can't have an opinion or some sort of a lean? If you present yourself as someone who's independent, someone who's not going to take any sort of a bias, and then you do that, yeah, you're a hypocrite. But if you don't present yourself as a neutral person...
You know, I should be a news account. I should give you the news. It would be like a good morning, a space station. Today's news, and I always read up something. That would be so cool. That I should be one. Yeah, see? What do you mean? Oh no, I'm just always late to everything. I live under a rock.
Who cares if you're biased? If you have an opinion or some sort of a lean. Here's another one saying, drama tubers, problematic fans, and parasocial fans need to be put on blast if they put their antics too far. Full names. None of this blocking out their name stuff. Most hate for Niji VTubers is enough.
Wait, so this guy wants to dox people? I'm like fairly certain that's illegal? No?
Nothing burger, and it's not funny, it's annoying and childish.
You wanna dox people because you don't like the content someone make? Huh? Doxing fans for being parasocial? Yeah, exactly. So Let me see. Well, who was the last gifter? Delta. So I'm going to read your information because you didn't buy me a Chanel bag. Doxing. Okay, who was before that? Drake. Yeah, straight to jail. Exactly. Who was Ten Shimmer? Straight to jail. Yeah, I'm going through the list. Okay, fair enough.
Wow. Simping for Niji.
It's like drama tubers, problematic fan. That's fine, but simping for Niji, that's where I draw the line. I don't think so.
2026, crazy. Yeah, as I recall, the Nothing Burger with Niji Sanji involves like systemic mistreatment of their workers to the point where we had a situation where one VTuber in particular was bullied by her colleagues in the organization so badly she attempted her own life while the organization knew everything going on and didn't care. And then
Niji was like, "Tee, I'm just a girl. It didn't happen." Anyways, have you seen our beautiful 3D concert? We had exactly 16-bit of pixels on it. It was really, really nice.
A million different things happening that show major problems with how things are run and how it's putting talents in danger. Yeah, I wouldn't call those Nothing Burgers personally. But also, we see this. Drama tubers, problematic fans, and parasocial fans need to be put on blast. I would love to see what this individual thinks is problematic. Yeah, we'll make sure this user is the arbiter of what problematic is. I'm sure he'll be totally sane. If someone is sending you death threats, they don't deserve privacy. Share the name.
I think you're still committing a crime, like no matter what they like. You should probably report it to the authorities, but I don't think you should put it out online, right? Like you have the right to report the person, but I'm not sure if bouncing the name back out is...
Yeah, 100%. So many people censor...
Or do they just mean username? Are we talking username or name? Because it's different. Like, don't say the name. Username, yeah, sure, whatever.
Out threats they're getting, they censor the names, which I don't understand why you're doing that. If they're like a genuine threat or a bad actor, like people should know that so they can block them or take preemptive measures or report them.
That's
or
fair.
Whatever. And even blocking out their name, if it's a real post, like people will find it. It's not that hard. And unfortunately, again, just like with the illness thing, a lot of people have faked threats against themselves.
What? People lying on the internet for pity? Nah, that's too far. Not again. Oh, in front of my channel back. Really? In the big 26 wilted flower remote? What the fuck? Ah, man, I don't think so.
In many cases, they're literally posting threats on burners to themselves for attention.
Hope this helps.
And they censor out the names so people don't go digging for the account. And unfortunately, again, the people faking it make the real threats less believable. And it hurts the people actually being harassed. Lolly and Shorta...
Shut your fucking pie hole, Cookie Meat. Shut up. You bigot. Shut up.
VTuber.
Let me have my cute VTuber. Shut the fuck up.
Shouldn't be a thing. Well, you Shorta, a tourist. If you don't...
I can't even. Please, someone tell these people that behind the avatar there is still another adult person and it's not real. And if they are worried about the children, then think about all the children who actually get into trouble and maybe, support them, rile behind them, because how many times you hear that they get hurt and whatnot, Please, I'm begging you to stop focusing on nonsense. Imagine getting mad over a cartoon. It's just the problem is that this is a real issue. Like, there are actually real children who get into trouble, they get hurt, they are being used and abused, and no one gives two fucks about them. But a cartoon drawing online, yeah, no, that's it. Oh, that's so important, and we have to cancel those people. What are we talking about?
If you don't want the general public to see VTubers as a bunch of jobless weirdos, start by kicking the jobless weirdos out of the VTuber sphere.
I have a job. I swear, you are my job. I am not a jobless weirdo, right? I'm just a weirdo. I am not a jobless weirdo. Please don't call my bank lady. Please.
Yes.
Please.
Let's appeal to the mainstream of fans. That's going to work out so well. Yeah, let's cave in.
Can I just point out that this person is doing an affiliate push? So they are not only not partners, but they are affiliates. And they are complaining about jobless weirdos. Like, you literally don't have to push for affiliate. It's like 5 people showing up and you...
Waves,
that's it. That's literally it. Oh man. Bro, throwing rocks into glass houses. Jesus fuck.
To all the normies who want to call you a jobless weirdo for simply enjoying VTubers. You know what? Enjoying VTubers is weird. And that's good. It's good to be weird. It's good to have different interests. Like being in the VTubing scene or enjoying anime or anything like it. It's okay. And when people call you a jobless weirdo, that's a sign that you shouldn't care what they're thinking and you
Where's Koganya? God damn it, where's the French? I have a beef. Where's the man? Where's the jobless weirdo? Huh?
should ignore them instead of curating the scene to accommodate the people who hate you and everything you're interested in. Yeah, this is why gatekeeping is important.
Bonjour.
Do not listen to the tips and tricks of big streamers. Most of them made it big a couple years ago, and so the tips don't really work now.
I actually disagree with this one. It's like kind of, but I feel like that if someone is still like big, you sort of need a maintenance. So, like, I'm not going to be like, hey, just show up and be yourself and it's going to be all right. Like, those tips, of course, they are bollocks. But there are many tips that someone who is more experienced with streaming, you know, they could give you. So, like, who are you supposed to listen to? The people who are like pushing for affiliate? Like, if you're not listening to those who actually made it, then who are you supposed to listen to? Scusti, buy my channel. Yeah, exactly. Mr. R person, if you start spamming one more time on YouTube the hi, I personally will fist you. I swear to God, shut your pie hole. Shut up right now. Shut it. I don't care. Shut the fuck up. Mods, take him to the masturbatory chamber. Boom. Give it to him. Balls deep.
Yes, that's definitely true. But also a lot of the people selling tips and tricks are people who never...
I will sell you how to be a rich man for 1,000 sub. It will be a PDF and you can read through it, but only after you paid me 1,000 sub. It will be very, very... Wait. How the fuck? Buy my course, okay? Leave me alone. Buy my course, 1,000 subs.
Made it.
Match.
You know, you have an account, a VTuber with 500 followers on Twitter, telling you how to make it big as a VTuber. Like, yeah, if it looks suspicious, it's because it is.
I sell your book, How to Not Get Scammed, for $100. Oh shit, give me twice.
I've seen other people say this, but a big VTuber debut before actually streaming is just dumb.
Oh, okay. She's right. She's right. Most of the times, the platform you're debuting is not even monetized. That's entirely true. You have to start it out, have to get your shit monetized, get your affiliate, get your partner, get your YouTube bullshit, and then do your debut. Absolutely true. Otherwise, you're an idiot. You're missing out on potential subs that you could get.
Get into streaming before...
So true.
Get to streaming before investing thousands into a debut. I've had to convince multiple friends that getting a cool model doesn't mean you will like streaming. Yes, many such cases. Okay, the best thing you can do to start building a career as a streamer is to actually stream. Whether that means having...
What? You mean like I cannot just buy a pretty model for $10,000 and then show up once and have everyone's money? I will not become a millionaire just for showing. What? No, come on. I don't believe that. Nah, man, that's cap. I don't believe that. Nah, man. 10K model, 2 viewers. No, not real. People will turn up for my pretty model. Only if you're Saba. Oh, okay. Let me just be the most influential VTuber of like the 2025, 2024. I don't fucking know. And then make it into indie. Okay. Gotcha.
A PNG or nothing on the screen.
I'm joining Niji-sanji. This is the year. This year is the I will make it. I will make it big under the Niji umbrella.
Other than the game you're playing. Just do stuff. See if you even like it before dropping a $5,000 investment on a model so you can debut in front of 7 people. Because that's not how this works. Okay?
And for the love of God, stop doing the fucking slideshows. It's not like 2020 anymore. People don't care about the VTuber slideshows. Oh my God, stop it. Yeah, it's like the, hi, I like bread. I dislike coffee. These are my hobby. I like fuzzy spiders. Stop.
People who drop so much money just for a big debut, like, no.
That's culture. Come on, man. No, man. No, we gotta let it go. It has to go. It has to go. I'm sorry.
Go out there and stream. Plus, it puts like so much weight onto your debut. That's why I think a lot of V-tweeters never actually end up doing it, because they built up this debut so much that it's going to be disappointing to them no matter what happens. But anyways. Oh my God, please link your eye blinking. Apparently there's a setting, I guess, in VTube Studio where you can fix your blinking so you don't do a... See?
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. Otherwise, you will look like a fucking lizard. That's fair. That's a solid tip. That's a solid tip.
Didn't even mean to. Good advice, I refuse. Because I...
Good advice, I refuse. You know what, Based? Absolutely. I love it when they are derpy. Well, I mean... I can still wink. Wait, let me... I can still wink, but... Is mine even turned on? Or is just my rigging is so godlike that for me it doesn't glitch out? But you tried. I'm not very good at winking.
Like my accidental winks.
I just look like I have a stroke and not the fun kind.
It's engagement bait. It's good. And it's whimsical. So good advice, but I will politely decline on that one. Female VTubers can be completely untalented. If they have an unhinged personality, they'll succeed.
Okay. Counter offer, if they have an unhinged personality, they are not untalented. Do you know how much work needs to be put into to be entirely unhinged and schizophrenic? You think we are born with insanity? You have to cultivate it. You have to practice. You have to put in the work. What are you talking about? Hello?
Turns out, a lot of guys out there like unhinged women.
I can fix her! I can fix her! Listen, boys need a hobby project, and that's what we are here for, you know? Don't worry, I think you spent a lot of time developing it. A very special retard. Oh, okay, alright, shut the fuck up.
I know, crazy stuff, but it's definitely the truth. Simple formula, okay? Just look around. A lot of successful, unhinged personalities out there, but don't be too
Well, what am I supposed to be? Like, well put together, organized, and like have like proper sleeping schedule? Like, what the fuck? You want me to fold my clothes too? You degenerate? Disgusting.
Hinged to the point where you can't function, or like you do like crazy stuff that'll get you in trouble. Good. But yeah,
I don't think so, buddy. I don't fucking think so.
Yeah, it definitely is a pattern here. Some of y'all's designs are really boring and forgettable. One of the first things people judge you on when checking out your profile is your design. Make it memorable.
Okay,
this is
easier said than done. Hello? some people are not born with like a creative boner in their body. So, you know, what can you do?
True in many regards, but there's like a million really cool models out there. So the best thing you can do to stick out is your content. And sometimes simple is the best. Like really, I think sometimes having something a little more simple can make you stand out. Okay, like you have these Vtuber models, these 10 grand models now people are pulling out. It looks like an episode of Pimp My Ride or something. They have like all these ridiculous.
I feel like I'm being called out. I don't like it. I'm in this video and I don't like it. He's so right. Don't talk to me. I'm cool.
Gadgets on there, a million toggles, and all these things are never...
I need all of them, and I didn't even get my lamp toggle. Oh god, I should have gotten that lamp toggle. God damn it.
I'm gonna use anyways. Like sometimes simple is better, and you know, invest your money somewhere else. But...
into Chanel bags.
Not wrong at all, but anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was a yap session. That's gonna do it for today's video.
That was good. I actually like this video. This was really nice. I always want to know what the people are up to. If they are being monka or they are not being monka. You're just a little bit monka. Some of those were lukewarm. Yeah, that's true. There was quite a few that was just all right at best.